Hello, welcome to my channel Rereads. I'm Rhiannon. I'm still in the same t-shirt because I'm filming back-to-back videos so I can get them out and then I don't have to worry about them because I'll be working and I sometimes really am tired and go to bed. Anyway, it's day 8 for me, for the day 8 of the hashtag strikebackathon, and I'm going to be talking about my book boyfriends because I've had book crushes that have been so bad they were borderline obsessive back in the day. So this is going to be quite a good discussion video. When you read books, you get so into them and then you get in your image what the characters should look like until you watch the film, and then the film kind of lets you down. When I was little, with my books, I didn't really have a book boyfriend crush because I really didn't. I only read the Kipper, Kipper and Chips books, and I didn't really hit. And puberty didn't really hit for me to fancy anyone in books. I think my earliest memory of having a book crush boyfriend was when I read Harry Potter. When I read Harry Potter, and I crushed on. This is gonna sound really weird and really wrong, but Prisoner of Azkaban. I crushed on Lupin so much. I don't know why. I crushed on Lupin so much because I watched the film Prisoner of Azkaban. I was like, yeah, not too bad. That's wrong, and I know. But anyway, I kind of fell in love with Cedric Diggory in Goblet of Fire. That was my age appropriate book boyfriend. And then when I was 16, I read Pride and Prejudice, and Mr. Darcy took over. Mr. Darcy took over because I read the book, and then I watched the BBC adaptation, and Colin Firth, if people know what I mean. Colin Firth, yeah. I then fell in love with Mr. Darcy. I had him in my head as like arrogant, but then he softened towards the end of the book, and I really wanted to. And obviously, I have read bits of Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff. Heathcliff was my next one. Heathcliff was my book boyfriend because hot. you want to fall in love with that rugged sort of man in your life, so Heathcliff was that. So I got a few. And then my friend Becky, the lovely Becky, she got me into the Alex Rider series, and I crushed on Alex Rider so much. I wanted to marry him. He was like the ideal perfect boyfriend. He was a spy. He was exciting as a character. His character progression went from to there, and oh my god, I crushed. And then the film came out, and then I was like, nah, I prefer the book version of Alex Rider, to be honest. So yeah, my book boyfriends were sort of far between. And then The Princess Diaries came out by Meg Cabot, and I crushed on Michael from The Princess Diaries. I think if you read The Princess Diaries, you probably know what I mean, but Michael, I wanted to snog his face off when I was reading those books. So yeah, so far we have from the book boyfriends was Lupin from Harry Potter, Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter. I get around a bit. It's not my fault. Then we got Mr. Darcy, Heathcliff, Alex Rider, and Michael from The Princess Diaries. And then I read her ghost one, Meg Cabot's ghost one. I think, I forgot what it's called, but Jessie the Ghost from that series was hot as well. Yeah, I really fancied Jessie from that series. I've forgotten what the ghost, The Mediator by Meg Cabot. Mediator I read, and I loved Jessie the Ghost. I was like in love with the ghost. But yeah, so that's like, 8 book boyfriends that I've had over my life. And then in recent memory, I can't really remember any book boyfriends that I've had in recent memory. Doctor Who kind of took over, so I kind of crushed on David Tennant for ages. But there are books I read, and I think the men are I'm a bit picky now. I've got my own boyfriend, so I don't really need to fulfill my life with a book boyfriend because I got a boyfriend in real life, so he satisfies the boyfriend gap that I had. But I did like have the book boyfriends, especially in my teens and stuff, and you just want, and before you like were trying to find boyfriend, you just wanted to fantasize about what it would be like to go out with your favourite characters, I think. So yeah, I think it did stop for quite a bit. I haven't really like kind of said, oh yeah, I would want a fictional book boyfriend, but I think the ones that I've mentioned will always have a special place in my heart, because the ones I mentioned, they got me into reading. They were my first crushes, even though they were in a fictional characters and things like that. But yeah, it's like, it's an interesting discussion. Let me know in the comments below who your book boyfriends are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.